Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds with my friend Kayla,
Hey!
who's going to help me review October's Random Lure of the Month from simplefishing.ca. Simplefishing.ca, you can go there, you can subscribe, you get a package of lures delivered right to your door every month. It's jam-packed full of goodies. They focus on Canadian lures and Canadian brand names and just quality stuff, very quality stuff. No matter where it comes from, it's always very good quality, handpicked by simplefishing.ca. You can get yours today, simplefishing.ca. We're going to open this up. I don't have a lot of open water fishing season left. It's October here in Manitoba, Canada. You know, we're pushing the limits here as far as getting ice on the water. Ice is not that far off. You know, it's Canada. You know, 6 months of the year is
Never
ice.
know.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what I get and hopefully getting out still and trying some of it before the water freezes up and before it gets too cold. So we're going to open this up and we're going to take a look and see what we got. So Kayla here is a novice fisher person and would like to get more into fishing, would like to take her kid out fishing, catch some fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sort of a unique review here where I'm going to open up the box. I'm going to pass the lures that I get out of here off to Kayla. She's going to give her thoughts on them as a novice, as a first time, you know, looking at them for the first time, as a fisher person that does not do a lot of fishing, and what she would think of them and whether she would use them or not, and we'll go from there. So it should be quite interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and we'll get started. So first up, we have some soft plastics.
Okay, these are scented, medium textured, hide floater Charlie's worms.
So Charlie's Worms is a brand that I have had before. They're pretty good.
Let's check out the scented. Okay, so they smell like basic plastic and rubber.
They smell very plasticky. They're not the. So in previous lures, what I get often is that spicy liquor smell. We don't get that off this. This is more of a. It's
More
not quite. It's not quite plastic. It's kind of fruity. I think. I don't know. It's different.
Kind of like just made it. It does. I don't know. Doesn't really smell too scenty to me.
It's not strong.
I don't
either
really
way.
know what they're supposed to smell like, but it just smells like new.
But you smell that, yeah. You smell
No.
that. You think new plastic. So I mean, yeah. It's not strong.
I like the color. It's got some red glitter in there, which is yay.
Red glitter is always good. For smallmouth bass in particular, they really like the red glitter.
Okay. No.
Feels like a pretty firm rubber. Actually, it's a really nice firm rubber. No issues with that. You can see the color is sort of that earthworm brown color with the red sparkles in it. It's got these split tails here. You know, it gives it a lot of action in the water. I don't know. Would you try that? Like if you were to go and pick up a few lures for your first time fishing?
Yeah. I think it's got like a lot of the glitter in it, so I feel like it would attract a lot of fish, hopefully.
Probably, yeah. In my experience, the red sparkles in particular, smallmouth bass and walleye in the cold water walleye with the red sparkles, they work well. So I don't see this performing all that badly. You know, I'm not a big fan of the scent. The scent is very just plasticky, a little bit of a fruity plastic smell, but the color on this is good. The rubber quality seems good. I would try these, you know, maybe next spring. I don't know if I'd try these in the winter or anything like that, but next spring when I throw a jig on here and throw it in the water there, in the warm water, I don't see any reason that wouldn't perform well. So next up, we got a spoon of some sort.
Magic Ink Canada. As you can see, it's not very metallic-y. It's a lot darker. Like the green on it, very flashy. It's sparkly. In the green. I don't know if you can see it. Very big. Very big.
It's a good size spoon.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed right away with this one, very small hook. So this is a big spoon with a small single hook. Around here, that's just not going to fly. I mean, that's not going to catch anything. I would definitely switch this out for a treble hook, a much larger treble hook than what's on here.
It's very big for the type of hook that they have on it.
Yeah, I mean, even looking at it, like you can tell right away. If I can open this up. So let's pull this out of the package here. So you can tell right away, it's a very nice finish on it, and you can see the reflection. It's very glossy, you know, it's reflecting the screen, but it's a very small hook compared to the spoon. I mean, normally you'd have a big treble hook on here, like.
Yeah, I thought it was very weird too. I don't know much about fishing and stuff, but yeah.
For
the single hook, I thought that was a little strange.
It's a thin. Is it just me, or is that like really thin?
No, it's really thin.
It's a very thin spoon.
It's light, thin.
I could see this maybe as more of a trout spoon. Usually, like around here, when we think of spoons, we think of what? Northerns? Jackfish, you know. Especially a spoon this size, you think of a big jackfish with this, right?
Yes.
Maybe some walleye on something like this, but not, you know, a spoon this size, you're thinking jackfish. You're not thinking jackfish with that.
No. Definitely not.
I mean, even you know that, right? Like you're not hooking any jackfish with that. So I'm thinking this spoon might actually be meant for like a trout. That small hook, maybe rainbow trout, maybe brown trout, brook trout. We have some of those around here. Definitely not a jackfish, which is really the only reason you would throw a spoon around here, especially this time of year. So definitely I would replace that with a big treble hook. And you know, once I do that, I mean, the color is nice.
Yeah, no, everything else. It's just the hook. I think the hook seems to be the only issue.
The spoon seems to be decent quality. The finish is really nice. The spoon seems to be, you know, decent quality. It's a little bit thin, but that's just the weight that they're going for. So that's understandable. I would throw a sinker on there to get it down a little bit. Yeah, ignoring this tiny spoon or tiny hook. The spoon is a good size. It's a good color. Got that nice green band. That would attract jackfish like crazy. And so as long as you got the right hook on there, I think that'll actually work quite well. We got some hooks. We got some terminal tackle. It's some wide gap trapper tacker hooks. Trapper tackle, piercing point, offset, wide gap hooks, size 2. 6 of them in the package here. It's always nice to get, you know, terminal tackle. It's always nice to get hooks. I go through hooks like crazy. I go through all kinds of terminal tackle like crazy.
Yeah.
You can
hooks all the time.
You snag all the time, especially new fish. You take kids out, they snag
all the time.
All the time. Can never have too many hooks. So nothing bad to say about that. Lastly, we have some more soft plastics, and it looks like some worms.
Lake lunkers.
Custom
baits.
Custom baits.
Kind of smell like the other ones a little bit.
So they smell like plastic.
Yes.
They do smell like plastic. Yeah, there's not much there.
Like it. It's like a nice forest green, but with some red in it. See the flake? See, look, the sparkles on here look green in there.
That shows up on the camera just fantastic.
Yeah. But when you actually look at it, the sparkles are red. They aren't green like they show up on there. I don't know. When you look on it here, the sparkles, they look green, eh?
Yeah, so this is a weird one.
Love these.
These would be for wacky rigging. So these are a nice thick rubber. These are like, you can feel it's a nice durable rubber.
Yeah.
You're not going to tear those easily.
Don't have to worry about that.
So you'll hook them through, you'll wacky rig them, or you'll put them on jig or whatever the case may be. But the color on these things, what you're seeing in the camera there, that red edge, and I'm rotating this, whether you can tell or not, in my fingers, I'm rotating it, and it shows that red edge. Anytime you look through part of the plastic, you see that red color in it. But if you actually, for us looking at it,
Yeah, it's a, you see dark green.
I mean,
like
I don't
forest green.
like to look at it. I don't see any red at all.
No.
So interesting color. If we hold it up, if we hold it up to the light, the whole thing goes red. But yet, if we're holding it in our hands and just looking at it, it's forest green with some red sparkles in it. And you can tell just by looking right here, it's dark green. And as I get closer, and then you can see the edge of it, it's that red color. So that's weird.
I love these. They're super neat. Very strong too.
They are durable. They're good quality plastic. I'm not sure how that red coloring is going to show up in the water. I assume, just by looking, I assume that in the water, the light's going to reflect and you're going to get that red edge, just like you're seeing on the camera now.
That'd be so nice.
Which, it's weird. Like, it shows up on the camera. You guys can see it there. You can see it, that red edge. Looking at it, like me looking at it right now, I don't see that. I'm only seeing it by looking at the computer screen and looking at the camera. Like, you're not seeing it, right? Like,
No.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you go to the light.
You have to hold it up to the light in order to see that. But I can hold it up to the camera and we can see that, clear as day. But I'm holding it up here. You can see it. Me looking at it, I can't see that. So it's really, really interesting rubber. It's really, really interesting color. I'm not sure how that's going to look in the water. I'm looking forward to dropping it in and maybe sticking a camera under the water and see how it actually shows up, because that is just bizarre.
Yeah.
I would use that for sure. I would take that out. I would use it.
Yeah.
It's a good color. Even if it was just the forest green, that's going to be a good color for the smallmouth bass. It's going to mimic a leech in the water. But as soon as you add that red in there, the walleye will start to go after it too. So the cold water, I might give this a try. It might actually work out well. We'll have to see. Just a really weird plastic, a really bizarre sort of coloring.
Pretty neat.
So we got the list of what's in the box and the retail values of everything. I have never once felt like I've been ripped off from them so far, and this month is no exception. I've got a sticker which will go on my tackle box. The sticker is for the RLM Elite. RLM Elite is the new box that you can pre-order right now. If you go to simplefishing.ca, pre-order the RLM Elite box. It is they claim it will be the biggest fishing subscription box on the market. It's going to be jam-packed full of stuff. Don't miss out. You get a free hat with any pre-order. What's not to like? It's a box full of fishing tackle, and it's mostly based in Canada. Just go simplefishing.ca, go and order one right now. There's no reason not to. So thanks everybody for watching our October review of the Random Lure of the Month from simplefishing.ca. Simplefishing.ca, you can go there, you can subscribe, you can get your own box every month, and jam-packed full of goodies. You see them. We have Canadian brand names, Canadian quality lures. That's what their focus is. It's always a good time. What did you think as a new fisher person, somebody that doesn't do a lot of fishing? What do you think of the box for the month?
I love it. I love the different varieties that they have in there. Yeah, definitely very different.
Would this encourage you to fish for new species of fish?
Yes, with the different lures that they have in there and everything. It's not normally what I would probably use on the red, so yeah.
Would it encourage you to fish different areas maybe for fish? Try new lakes, new rivers?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. You can't get much better than that.